Hey guys, Luna here, and we are back here with Pesterquest. Last we left off, we had just became friends with the strange little cub and Nepeta. There was actually two little happy endings with this one. So now we're going to go on to befriend. Oh yeah, and there's hers. The AC shared her possum den with furry grubs, so that's her secret ending. Anyways, the next one we'll be going on to is Sweet as Honey, befriending Sollux. The Sollux is this one. There's mention of drug discussions, so just be prepared. Some of these I definitely are not as extreme as they make out to be, but again, it's always good to be careful. And as always, there's adult language, violence, and innuendos. So let's get right into it, shall we? Volume 9, Route 2, It Came from Space. So this is it. You think this Sollux guy is going to be a piece of grub cake. From what both Kakarot and Kanya told you, the poor guy recently got ghosted by his girlfriend, best friend. You're not quite sure what they were, but apparently neither do their friends. For trolls, friends seems to be a loaded world as girlfriends. Regardless, from what you managed to gather, they were quite close, and her ghosting him had to be a serious emotional effect, which is probably pretty bad. The thing is, this guy sounds like a mess and looks like a loser and a boy who's ready for you. He's been flying low for a while, and you're ready to scoop him up and baby feed him the tenderest of worms directly into his mouth. Figuratively speaking, unless he's into that, then so are you, and you are so ready to do it. Literally. I am not, and that's just putting words into my mouth. But sometimes that's just the way things are. Out of all your mutual friends, Kakarot has shown the most concern in the backhanded of ways. Trapped in the throes of an extremely online six sweepdom, he's been unable to tell if Sollux he's worried. And so, instead of having an honest conversation with a longtime friend, Kakarot has arranged for an ulterior meet brute between the two of you. It's foolproof, which means it's you-proof. Are you sure it's us-proof? Kakarot gives you the honestly frightening amount of detail of Sollux's everyday routine. The main difficulty is he solemnly leaves his hive. He's kind of an indoor boy. Today, though, you've gotten lucky. Sollux has made plans to see your friends. And you're going to casually bump into the guy and play out all of Kakarot's carefully curated plans, step by step, and befriend him. That's not going to work. I can almost guarantee it. But first, he actually has to show. But for someone with such a rigid schedule, he's sure not great at sticking to it. So you're just left here, at an alien train station, sitting on an alien bench and trying not to make eye contact with any of the aliens around you. Sure, they might be potential friends, but no, you're pretty sure that Sollux is the guy for this time around. You know it is the same way you've known everything else since this particular leg of your meandering journey has begun. It's gotta be Doc Scratch, right? The cue ball-looking motherfucker who stole the memories of all your previous buddies. It stands to reason that he stole some of previous other ones too. In fact, Andrea, helping you remember has made you realize that there could be so many other things you forgot. You can't shake the feeling that you're still being used, that everything you do, everything you make, feeds back into some shitty mastermind plan. Which, I mean, I'm not surprised, but you tried zapping back to Dr. Scratcher's mansion, but you can't get there either. He's out of bounds. So you just defaulted to your usual thing. Friend accusation. Yeah, probably not the proper pronunciation. Anyways, you are playing into someone's hands. You just know it. But the alternative is just to do nothing. Sit quietly in a room alone and not have any contact with anyone. Who knows if that is exactly what Doc Scratch wants you to do in the first place. It's really hard to do anything at all the time. Anyways, Sollux, you've heard a lot about this dude, and you're certain he's heard all about you. How could he not? You're basically best friends with everyone he knows. You're an unstoppable friending force. Oh fuck, there he is. Well, he's pretty much exactly the way you imagined. How did Kakarot put it? A skinny fucking a total loser who'd be utterly lost without Kakarot's devotion and guidance. Yeah, just like that. What should he do? See, as I always do. Tell him you Kakarot's friends. You eat Sollux cheerfully, and you tell him that you're Kakarot's friend, and you know all about him. Sollux looks you up and down, his nose wrinkles, like he's just stepped in a piece of particularly fragrant dog shit. You stealthily check the sole of your shoes to see if the unpleasant aroma is coming from you. Nope, then what's wrong? Did you come off too strong? Oh no, you fool. You absolute fucking buffoon. This guy is part of the most oppressed class of people on Earth. A gamer. Of course he's wary of you. He probably can't even tell you if you're PC or console gamer, or how objectively right your opinions about RPGs are. Timing was absolutely crucial here. You should have approached him just if you... Ugh. This is... You should have approached him as if you were a delicate baby gazelle just inching up to the watering hole for a fresh sip of Mountain Dew. Then, before he knew it, Ponson recounted to him how much you managed to break Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 with all the sick moves you learned. Dazzled him with your objectively right gaming opinions. This is so fucking typical. He didn't even fucking ask, just fuck. He can't mind his own fucking business. You are utterly confused. This wasn't part of Kakarot's script. This is like the GZ thing all over again. He never fucking asked, and he never fucking warned me. You know all of your friends have two friends with each other. Why is it that so fucking hard with them to understand? Fuck. I want nothing to do with that juggler piece of shit and whatever the hell you are. Juggler? Lifts an eyebrow. Oh, sorry, I pegged you as a honky ass looker, but I should have known better. You do look the part. Sollux is absolutely unimpressed. Wow, you weren't expecting this. Are you experiencing a heated gamer moment right now? The train pulls away from the platform, but the troll in front of you seems to have completely forgotten about all that. What the fuck do you want? You very bluntly tell him that you've heard he's having a rough time, and you just want to be his friend. Some of his friends have told you that they're worried, and Sollux looks absolutely livid now. Did KK tell you I need help? Well, no, I wasn't. You let out identical yelps and turned to see a ridiculously minuscule clown car, just really fucking small. There are two big horns on the front and two bigger horns on the back. Motherfucking miracles. The small door of the car opens, and out comes a shoe that has really no business in that car in the first place. There is absolutely no way that Gamzee fits in there, but somehow he's folded himself out. You turn to see Sollux share a concerted look, but he just seems annoyed. The light follows a shoe, accompanied by a series of cracks as he unfurls. Oh god, I'm just imagining himself inside the car. Recently, you've become a bit of a bone expert, and you are most certainly that this is not a noise that should be making. You can't look away, and you are absolutely hypnotized by this display of clownliness. Hey, motherfuckers. Just what? Oh my god, this is going to get sick. I was just all out and about when I happened upon the two of y'all. Can hardly believe my oculars. Sollux, my good bitch, I haven't seen you since what's the first time we met? Oh, you're double teaming me now. Think this is some sick shit? Trying to clown me from both sides? No, hold on. Gamzee wasn't part of the plan. Plan? Ah shit, this is always goes smoother in rom-coms. It's okay, my lustful friends. There's no need for plans. We're all part of a greater plan that's brought us together. And of course he leaves. Sollux takes a step back. takes a critical look at both of you, and flies away so fast the shockwave almost tops you over. Amsy waves him an unaffectionate goodbye, eyes glazed over. Well, you beefed it. I'm a very real word describing a real action that people take. You beefed it big time. You say beans out loud because you beefed it so hard. You basically made yourself an entire meal. Aw, it's okay, my most universal of friends. That's just how a motherfucker says hi sometimes. By flying away from you as fast as possible, I know what will cheer you up. It's drugs, isn't it? It's definitely drugs. Clown ends. I am not surprised. But yeah, this time the time isn't right. Decide to hang back and wait a little while longer. You stand on the platform a few polite feet away from him. Before long, a train pulls up. You see Sollux take a fervent peek and sigh before walking back out to the platform. That's interesting. Yeah, that definitely is interesting. Second train comes in and he seems to deem this one worthy to hop in. You count to 10 before rushing in. The car is almost empty, just you, Sollux, and a pile of blankets in the corner. The inside of the car is bee themes. Man, trolls really love bugs. Sollux takes a bench sheet and puts his bag next to him, so there's no chance anyone will sit there. Luckily for you, there's one in front of him. It's still empty. They're all empty, actually, so you take it. Yeah, whatever, that's... There's something a little nostalgic about this setup. It feels like any minute now, Sollux is going to ask you arbitrarily questions that may affect some cosmetic choices in your life moving forward. But he doesn't. In fact, Sollux's face remains totally neutral. He does acknowledge your presence, is lift one single brow. The time you spent near him may have been short so far, but the air of them you've built in your head is quite strong. You've heard enough from his friends to know he is not bothered at all. Is he though? Is he not bothered at all? I feel like he would be bothered. However, if you didn't know better, you would say Sollux is emitting the energy of someone who walked into an empty bathroom and chose the most secluded stall only for someone else to walk in and choose the one next to his. Which is nonsense, because you do know better. All the secondhand knowledge you've got of this guy can't be wrong. He's doing what you mentally dubbed his assembly act. You keep staring. Can I help you, dude? This isn't how you expected to introduce yourself, but you do it anyways. This is gonna be ridiculous. Okay? He pointedly pulls out his phone and doesn't look at you anymore. Okay, so you're sensing that he needs some space. Pull out your own phone. But there's a doubt that you had one because it hasn't been mentioned in good 2/3 of this game. Heh, silly. Little did you know the phone survived it all in your hoodie pocket. They truly don't make phones like this anymore. Sollux is holding it horizontal, which gives you the feeling that he's playing a video game. Well, he's got the beat already. You don't have any games on yours. I am not surprised. You decide instead of going through your messages, and wow, you had so many plans with so many of your friends, and you just went and disappeared on them. Fuck, we were all counting on you. Okay, you got this. Kakarot has basically shown you this guy's entire game library, and you're going to super casually bring up games he likes. No problem. There was a name on it that really surprised you, but in hindsight it makes sense. Back at home, the game's still widely popular. Nobody knows exactly where Minecraft came from, but fuck, everybody loves it. You loudly announced to absolutely fucking nobody, because you're being so casually and friendly, that you love Minecraft. Every gamer knows that one, but you get no reaction. Fuck, the guy probably can tell you don't even know how to use a texture pack. Which, that's fine, no harm done. You know, he also has a huge fan of attack shown in solid state. You didn't have time to find anything about it on Gorgle, besides the fact that it was apparently a staunchy anti-war. Okay, that's interesting, I suppose. The guy making the games got away with it for a while because the Empire caught up with him, mostly because nobody actually understood what the fuck it was about. Name dropping it alone will surely be enough to show him what a badass gamer you are. Nothing. Funko 2? No. Fortnite? Damn. I'm completely all certain of these sick, irresistible conversation topics. You look sick. I don't actually give a fuck, but please don't puke on my shoes. That startles you. Immediately, you reassure him you're fine. That sounds like bullshit. I believe it, since I don't want to make this any more awkward. I'm Sollux. Oh, you're surprised he's changed his tune so fast. You're that alien everyone's talking about, aren't you? How did he know? Been messaging me for days, dude, and it's been totally weirdly evasive to me. Whenever I'm in a good mood today, so we're starting over. You see? So we are starting over. Okay, this isn't too bad. Do this, you introduce yourself over again, and try to play off the fact that you know a creepy amount of insider knowledge about this guy. I don't see what the thing. Hey, why are you being so loud? Can't you see I'm trying to sleep here? A small olive troll pops out from the blankets in the corner. Somehow, this really shakes Sollux. You need to leave immediately. Why? You don't understand. This guy here is going to die, and we're going to go with him if we don't get out right fucking now. So, what will you do? Say... I'm going to teleport away from the danger. As the train continues to shake, you grab Sollux's arm and teleport. And somehow, you end up in front of John's house? I guess we are in front of John's house. Huh. Well, all the places you visited, his neighborhood is probably the friendliest, and there's something about the knowledge that Dad is around the area that makes you feel safe. Like, if you needed it, you could absolutely get the dose of parental guidance, or at least a fresh croissant. You turn to check your new friend. Sollux is scrunched up into the house shadow, trying to play cool, but obviously shaken by how sunny it is. Once he realizes that you are indeed not being burned alive by the sun, he visibly relaxes. What the actual fuck did you do? This is obviously not a terrier. It's a little hard to explain things without flexing at this point, so you allow yourself to brag a little in hopes of impressing Sollux. Explain that not only is this place safe, but also John programs a little. He probably is worse than Kakarot is, and it'll surely cheer Sollux up. Your Sir Dave is also around, and he reminds you a little of... Can you stop? Fuck. Stop what? I don't think you get how weird you're being. I haven't told you anything about me, but somehow you managed to know a lot of really personal information about me. Honestly, it's a little creepy as if. I don't know you're friends with basically all my friends. I'm pretty sure they told you I'm kind of an aloof piece of shit and grumpy and hard to get along with. And half the time, I feel like I don't even deserve them. And then you walked in and they all adore you instantly. Fuck, even EQ likes you. What can you say? You don't understand. Shouldn't this make your friendship easier? You don't get it. I'm way more complicated than whatever the fuck I say online and what my friends have told you. Real life isn't like dating sim in which you fumble your way into the right choice. Why do you even want to be friends with me? This is just... I don't even know how to interpret this. Well, both of you share so many friends, it's only natural, isn't it? Sollux looks at you. Expression reigns in neutral, yet somehow you feel harshly judged. I don't think you understand how things work for people like me. And I wake up at call in which I realize nothing I do really matters. Whether I want it or not, I'm destined to be a war machine. I already got a taste of it once. It can't be harder than the first blood, right? Probably. He smiles a little. It makes you feel a little worse. Sollux is letting you in on something that you don't have the full picture for. Anything you could say at this point, would it be any hope? Just moving my arms in the air, it's like, I'm too stupid enough that I'll resist. So I'll definitely suck big time for me. But I'm already in the mistake of trusting someone who let me believe I can make a change. But shit got fucked that, and that's that. That is most certainly not that. Exactly. It's not too late. Things are better. You made sure of it. You can make a change, both of you. You're not entirely sure what he's talking about, but he doesn't have to become anything he doesn't want to. I can see why the others might like you. Ooh, really? And for whatever it's worth, all I could do with I do wish I could believe you too. Before you can react, he's flying away. Look, shit, now he's lost on Earth. No god, could have at least waited for you to get him back home. What if the wrong people find him and you fuck up experiments on him? Oh, but he definitely doesn't want to have anything to do with you. See you, Space Gamer. Aww. I'm sure everything's fine. Probably, hopefully. Probably. Not really sure. Anyways, we still need to get the good ending, so tell Sollux nothing is wrong. You put a hand on Sollux's shoulder. There's nothing wrong. The train continues to shake. And you're out of your mind? You have to... The shaking stops as suddenly as it started. Both in Sollux and the Sleepy Troll look around confused. Everything looks fine. Sleepy Troll just yawns and goes back under the blankets. I don't understand this time. This isn't how things work. What do you do? Who knows? You're not entirely sure what Sollux thought was going to happen. Is he okay? No, I hear voices? You hope he's getting the right help for that. No, you were psychoanatomite? The voice of the dead, or more importantly, the imminently deceased. And I barely clearly heard the voice of Blanket Troll right there. But now I don't. And that doesn't happen. That never happened before. Well, isn't that a good thing? No, it's not bad. That makes you happy to hear. You feel like you're finally making progress and getting through to him. Sorry, I'm really stressed for the moment. Fuck, this is awkward. Are you sure? It's fine. You enjoy the ride with him. It's a mostly companionable silence. The train pulls up to what seems to be a stop as Sollux stands up. I honestly, like, if you're wondering the voice I'm doing for him, I'm like, I imagine him to be kind of like a nasally kind of nerd. Obviously, I don't know how else to describe it exactly, but that's sort of what I picture in my head, and can't really do that all that well. Your friends are Can, right? Tanya? Oh, yes, you're vaguely none. Well, I'm headed her way if you're interested. You're nowhere near annoying as TZ and K-Pay make you sound. Sollux smiles, and it's the first time you see him genuinely smile in your time together. You tell him that you would love to see Kanya again. Wait, hold on, Tezzeret and Kekra think you're annoying? He snorts. No, they just described you honestly, and being how you are, it's just part of your charm, I guess. I suppose that's fair. As long as he finds it charming too, you're okay with this backhanded compliment. Dude, you have got to stop being so overeager. It's a little embarrassing. But anyway, I hope you didn't have a heavy breakfast. Huh? Do you expect you to run there? You can teleport easily. You can get there fast. That's nice, but we're going to arrive with more style. Ooh, psychic powers! Before he's done talking, you're already in midair. You've been lifted up by psionics before, but it's the first time you feel completely weightless. It's like gravity has completely forgotten you have the answer to it. Huzzah! Before he's done talking, you're, it's like, okay, I already read off. Raise yourself, I refuse to slow down. So you do. Everything around you becomes a blur. You know where you're somewhere, but everything just looks like colors. When the world sharpens back into view, you're in Kanya's side. Sollux looks smug. Kanya looks from him to you and back again. I am happy you made a friend. I wish you had given me a warning. No offense. None taken. But you are a little curious to why you have been taking the train over. Sollux seems like he could have easily flown here, so why? Can't to do just be super fucking jazzed about public transportation? Fuck the entire planet and stupid fucking emo spectrum system, but you at least the train can take you from where you need to go for the most part. Sure, buddy. Oh, you can't say the same runs true for where you're from, no. He knows I will not open the door otherwise. Oh? Man, you're really killing my vibe here. Completely harassing it. Well, I would think our friend would appreciate knowing that. Oh, that's wrong. Well, I think our friend would appreciate knowing that while powerful you are still a developing young troll. But I'd rather not have to mop your brains off my front door. Are we really doing this again, Baron? Our last name basis again, Alexander? Yes, we are doing this again. Being the naturally curious person you are, you're amazed a good amount of trolls anatomy knowledge by now, as far as weird alien brain anatomy has eluded you. What happens is that I have a big brain that's almost as big as mine. I realize you know what those now. What happens is that when we were younger, Sollux would get really sleepy if he used his powers too much. Then Can found Gargle, and found terms like dopamine, noradrenal, and dopamine. Now he thinks he knows better than me. Sollux, please. I sent you the links. You both know the same amounts. Yeah, whatever. I came to do a favor, so I decided I needed assistance for a change. I don't know if I should be concerned at that. Sollux, if you are going to make excuses, make good ones. Instead of being annoyed or embarrassed, Sollux seems delighted to hear Kanye's words. He already looks way more relaxed in his element than he was in the train. So what the problem is this time? Where is it? Well, you see, the keyboard will not work. I just have no idea what happened. Kanye points to a computer. It's very clearly been cut in half. Most likely sawed in half. Very cleanly, if you might add. But you can see her chainsaw right there. Sollux looks at it like he's seriously considering what could have happened to this computer. You can try turning it off and on. Actually, I figured something like this had happened, so I came prepared. Why am I not prepared? He pulls out some things from his bag, including what looks like an identical version of Kanye's computer. You think this may happen a lot. While he gets to work setting things up, Kanye takes you aside. I have to say, I am really impressed. Yes, you are quite impressive. Sollux has not been at his best recently. You see, we had what you may call a falling out in our friend group, which resulted in 3 serious injuries and 1 death. A death? The details of which are not mine to share, but Sollux was used in a rather horrendous way, and I did not distance myself in any way from the troll who caused all of this. And Sollux, in a very Sollux fashion, blamed himself and withdrew from all of his friends. And when he started talking again, he still refused to engage me in conversation until he finally acknowledged my medical condition. Oh boy, Kanye hadn't mentioned a medical condition up until this point. I hope you haven't accidentally made her overexert yourself or been rude in any way. Wonder if that's okay to ask. I can see you are interested in what my condition is. It is quite serious and frustrating at times, but I have stopped blaming myself for it, and just accepted it is a part of my life. You nod, and you're overall a rather healthy individual. I'm not. You tend to get injured on a bi-weekly basis, but somehow always miraculously come out of it just fine. Oh, you're truly one lucky son of a bitch. That is very true. It is still a little embarrassing to admit. You tell her she's your friend. You will not judge her at all. In fact, you want to take a moment to appreciate her for not judging you. She definitely has it more together than you. She smiles, one of her warmest smiles she's given you. Very well. I am not proud of it, but I am. My medical condition is that I am bulge cursed. What the heck is... Okay. But I don't even know what this is. I literally looking. What does that even mean? Okay, so that's the joke. She clarifies later this is an awkward attempt to make a lighthearted of an unrequited crush in Vriska. What others are saying she's messing around with a crush in Vriska, but I was under the impression that all trolls had it both stuff down there, just because of the way they refer to their own anatomy throughout the story. It's not confirmed or anything, but that shit's canon. Screwing with the reader. I think just a thing for Viscera. Okay, so I just was naturally curious. Why Viscera? Oh, Viscera person. Oh, okay, better. Holy shit! Thank you. I have learned to live with this. So she just has a curse on Viscera. That's it. Kanya, God, you're just so sorry about the. I am joking. I am making a joke about my crush on Viscera being a medical condition. I thought it would bring a bit of levity to the situation, but you just look so concerned. Okay. Turns out I did need to look it up. Tell Kanye that her sarcasm face looks a lot like her normal face. Yes, people have told me that before. Right. Sollux used that moment to slide back in. And Solstats? Thank you. I added something that you've been bothering me about for a while. They moved to the computer, and you can't see the screen from where you are, but you can see Kanye's face light up at what they're looking at. Oh, Sollux, I know you did not want to share these pictures. I hope I did not push too far. No, you didn't. I was just being stupid fun. I don't know why I was so hung up about it. I am now technically an adult. Not really, but thank you. It means a lot to me. Yeah, whatever. We both look like stupid grubs in these pictures. I'm guessing baby pictures, probably. Then immediately grabs your attention. Well, we were quite young. You try and move closer to take a peek, but Kanye throws you an absolutely murderous look. Another embarrassing childhood memory lane going down on. It seems like it's deeply personal to Sollux. For once in your life, you mind your own business. It's kind of awkward to see myself like that. What the fuck am I wearing? It was very fashionable for the time. I didn't know I had made it for you. It's not that you or the fashion, it's just... Before picking up on the discomfort, Kanye saved the day before you can butt in. Focus more on what you had done to your hair. Alexander, what you had been thinking when you did that. Hey! After a few more minutes of reminiscing, they move away from the computer and back to where you're standing. You hope they appreciate you staying in your own lane. Anyway, I have to say I'm rather surprised to see you with company. Yeah, I guess I got my whole long bark beast reputation to keep, what can I say? Yeah, what's up? Is that why Miss Pexies keeps bringing up the delightful conversation the two of you are having? Well, I got a bit fucking news. She's not as boring as I thought she'd be. It's going where? Sollux shrugs. Just going. Kanye hums in agreement, which I hope it's good, but decides to drop it. It's funny to think you thought this guy was a complete loser. He seems to have more game than the average gamer. It's stealth Chad in a way. Wait, hold on. Does Kanye get to introduce Sollux to someone, but Kakura has to come up with an incredibly convoluted plan for the two of you to meet? No offense to you or KK, but KK has no filter on who he lets into his life. Yeah, no offense. Yeah, it's probably for the best. You feel like you may start taking actual offense. I hate meeting new people. Do I look like I know what the fuck a name is? Bitch, I'll kill you. No, you will not. No, I won't. It's a meme. Fucking can. She smiles pleasantly. You feel a little bit like an outsider, like you're missing some history between them. But you can't help but feel like a little warm on the inside at the sight of friendship. Anyway, we should leave soon. Why? I thought you were going to stay the day. It is a rather long journey. That's whatever. I've let some shit running that I need to check on. Oh, after shit? Of course not. Well, at least let me get you a couple of shirts I fixed for you. If you would be kind enough to drop off a couple things at the drone's office, I fixed a sweater for Kakarot. Yeah, no problem. I'm sure everything's going to be just fine. The moment Kanye steps away, Sollux is in your face. So we're not staying over because you're obviously you're not sick, and having you over for sleepover would be fucking weird. Can't argue with that. But also, you seem okay. No one mind spending more time with you, which is something I don't tell everybody. Hey, we got more friends. There's a frozen muscle piece next to your place near the drone office. Go there. Fuck yeah! Oh yes, it's a friend date. Sweet victory! Huzzah! It's ice cream! And with that, we're going to end this here. You guys have a good day, night, week, month of your lives, and may the stars forever guide you, forever might lead you into the future.